1 minute.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our July 21st, 2026 City Council meeting. It is 7 p.m. Meeting is now in session. Members of the public wishing to address the City Council during oral communication must complete a speaker card available at the entrance of the council chambers and submit it to the Assistant City Clerk before oral communications begin. Speaker cards will not be accepted once oral communication has started. In accordance with SB 707, after all speakers who are present in the council chambers have finished, we will then hear from community members participating remotely. Tonight's invocation will be led by Pastor Samuel Martinez from Amazing Love Ministries, and Councilman Wu will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All rise.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather once again this evening, we thank you for our country, the freedoms that we enjoy in our land, and the grace that you have shed upon America. America, America, God shed his grace on thee. Father, we ask that you shed your grace upon our city leaders, our schools, our businesses, our police officers, our first responders, all our homes and families, and that you especially shed your grace upon any individual in our city that may be going through any kind of crisis. Shed your grace upon this meeting, Heavenly Father, even as we remember the words of Benjamin Franklin during the convention for the Constitution. As he was quoting Psalm 127:1, he said, "Unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain who build it." We ask that you shed your grace upon this meeting, our discussions, Heavenly Father, even areas where we may disagree. Give us all a heart for our city. God bless America, and God bless our beloved city of West Covina. Amen.
Amen. Please put your right hand to your heart and face the flag and follow my lead. Ready? Go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Good evening, Mayor. Councilmember Gutierrez.
Here.
Councilman Wu.
Here.
Councilwoman Diaz.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Cantos.
Here.
Mayor Lopez Viado.
Here. Present. So the closed session meeting was canceled, so there's nothing to report out this evening. On to presentations. So we have Taste of West Covina's presentation recognizing One Veg World. I'd like to invite Nicole Tran to the front. Hello, welcome. So if you're craving fresh, flavorful, plant-based cuisine, One Veg World in West Covina offers a delicious selection of vegan and vegetarian dishes made with quality ingredients and bold flavors. Whether you're enjoying a healthy lunch, dinner with family, or trying something new, One Veg World has something for everyone. So stop by and support one of West Covina's great local restaurants. Starting today and ending on August 31st, One Veg World is offering 15% off your in-store purchase. So, Nicole, what is your favorite dish?
Well, first of all, thank you, Mayor Lopez Viado, City Council members, City of West Covina, and everyone who is present here today. It means so much to celebrate with, means so much to us as we mark 22 years of One Veg World in the city of West Covina. Years before plant-based eating has found its way into the mainstream, our founder, Mr. Tai Tu Hua, was already living it, guided by the teachings of Supreme Master Ching Hai. He believed that compassion can be nurtured through what's on our plates. He's watching over us tonight, and we hope that he is proud of how far this belief has carried us. And we're honored that the mayor has invited us to be part of Taste of West Covina. We're happy to represent vegan cuisine among so many amazing local businesses. We'd love for everyone to come try why celebrities like Woody Harrelson, director Mike White of The White Lotus, Pamela Anderson, and Ben Stiller love our food. Some of the most popular dishes of One Veg World is our One Veg World Burger, a top 20 finalist of the Los Angeles Times Battle of the Burgers, our jackfruit carnitas tacos, our lemongrass chicken banh mi sandwich, and our divine berry cheesecake. Come try One Veg World and see how tasty plant-based can be. You'll feel the healthy difference. As we look toward the future, we hope to keep showing that kindness to the animals and to the environment can be deliciously wonderful. As we're grateful to the city and to the we're grateful to the city, this community, for the support all these years, and we thank you again for celebrating the 22nd anniversary with us.
Thank you. So on behalf of West Covina, we do have a certificate for One Veg World celebrating Taste of West Covina, but we do have two certificates for you. Celebrating 22 years, One Veg World has been proud to call West Covina home, serving our neighbors with flavorful plant-based cuisine and a commitment to community that goes far beyond the table. Since its founding by Mr. Tai Tu Ho, One Veg World continues to give back through charitable causes that reflects its enduring mission of kindness and sustainability. So come try out something healthy and vegan, and it tastes like meat. So if you are not vegan, come try it out. And on behalf of West Covina, we'd like to thank you again.
Ooh, phew.
Up next, we have a presentation recognizing Sylvan Learning. I'd like to invite Jessica Agopian to the front. Hi. Help your child build confidence and achieve academic success at Sylvan Learning. From reading and math to writing, study skills, and SAT and ACT prep, Sylvan's personalized programs are designed to help students reach their full potential. Whether your child needs extra support or wants to get ahead, the experienced team at Sylvan Learning is here to help every step of the way. For the next month, Sylvan Learning will offer customers a free assessment. Simply mention the Taste of West Covina on your visit. So Jessica, can you give more detail about the college and career readiness program?
Of course. So my name is Jessica. I'm the owner of Sylvan Learning Center in West Covina. You know, I started this business a few years ago with the intention of serving the children in our community as best as I can. And at Sylvan, we help with pretty much everything, and we personalize all of our academic support per student. Not every student learns the same way, and we know that. So we personalize our programs. We help with math, with writing, reading, homework support, college prep, SAT, really anything that students need help with, we will find a way, even if we haven't done it before. So we also do after-school programs as well. So we work with school districts and schools to provide after-school support in all of these subjects as well. So I really urge you to come in and talk to me if you need any support of any kind for any students TK through 12th grade and even in college. If we have a tutor that can help, we will help. And we have a good variety of tutors. So if you need anything, give us a call. And I'm so thankful for you for recognizing us for this. It really means a lot. Any chance that we have to be in front of the community, we'll definitely take it. So thank you.
Thank you. So, kids, grandkids, get them that extra support that they need. Come to Sylvan Learning and get them to boost their grades up. So on behalf of City of West Covina, we'd like to recognize Sylvan Learning, celebrate Taste of West Covina. Thank you. Okay. On to our city manager's report, which will be given by our city manager, Mylin.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On Wednesday, July 8th, the Community Services Department held its third summer concert. It featured live performance by OC Groove and offered a variety of family-friendly activities, including face painting, balloon twisting, yard games, and arts and crafts. Attendees also enjoyed a beer garden along with a selection of food and retail vendors, creating a groovy community atmosphere and providing entertainment for guests of all ages. On Friday, July 10th, the Community Services Department held its second Cool Kids of Summer event at Palmview Park. The community enjoyed water slides, water activities, arts and crafts, and vendors. Those in attendance also enjoyed free ice cream, a perfect way to start to beat the heat. Thank you to everyone who came out and made such a fun day. On Friday, July 10th, Shadow Oak Community Center hosted a successful paint and sip night. Participants enjoyed a summer-themed evening featuring a guided painting of a sunset and palm tree canvas while socializing over cocktails, mocktails, and a charcuterie board. The event provided a fun and relaxing atmosphere that encouraged creativity, community engagement, and social connection. On Saturday, July 11th and Sunday, July 12th, the West Covina Sportsplex hosted the USSSA baseball tournament and adult softball. The Sportsplex welcomed 30 teams and over 1,300 spectators. In a two-day tournament, the Sportsplex collected $10,000 in admission fees and $4,000 in rental fees. Thank you to USSSA for partnering with the City of West Covina Sportsplex. Our fourth summer concert, held on July 15th, was another great evening of live entertainment featuring an energetic performance by Here for Now. Attendees enjoyed children's activities, a variety of food and retail vendors, a beer garden, and a 50-50 raffle, making it a fun-filled night for all ages. Thank you to everybody who joined us. We look forward to seeing you at our final two concert series featuring Neon Nation and Suave. On Friday, July 17th, the Community Services Department wrapped up its final Cool Kids of Summer event at Del Norte Park. Families enjoyed an afternoon filled with exciting water slides, fun water activities, arts and crafts, vendors, free ice cream, and special visits from the West Covina Police Department and West Covina Fire Department. The City of West Covina welcomed Berea Los Socios on Saturday, July 18th. The grand opening event was a huge success with lots of visitors, with over 100 guests having received a great giveaway gift. If you haven't already come by, pay a visit to them and enjoy some great beef and goat Berea. It was very good. Eminent Health Queen of the Valley will soon open its new wing of its hospital. A substantial completion of the Queen of Valley Emergency Department and Intensive Care Unit is expected to be completed by the end of August 2026. An anticipated ribbon cutting will be scheduled for later this year. Everyone will be invited out to the celebration. Please stay tuned for more. With the guidance of the Fire Department, who provided high-risk areas, Public Works staff cleared dry brush at following locations: BKK, Gallister Park, Girl Scout Camp, and portions of the walking path. Public Works staff completed repairs to one of the Welcome to West Covina monuments on Amar. Damages were incurred due to a traffic collision. Public Works staff are working with contractors to wrap up projects to secure the facility and have fire staff back in fire stations soon. This is at Station 123. Work is projected to be done before next council meeting in August. Public Works street crew removed a large tree stump from a fallen tree that has caused damage to our sidewalk. Public Works staff painted walls in the police department's wellness center, which is well underway and will be completed soon. West Covina Public Works Department met with the City of Walnut to discuss the shared Nogales corridor to identify opportunities to collaborate. Identified opportunities include median and street repairs, cleanliness of the corridor. The immediate removal of 2 trees was carried out. These trees were deemed unsalvageable and were lifting sections of the street. Currently working on reflective traffic signal street signage for consistency between the City of West Covina and the City of Walnut. The November 3rd General 3rd Municipal Election nomination period started Monday, July 13th and closes on Thursday, August 6th. For additional information or to schedule an appointment with the Assistant City Clerk to pull nomination papers, please call 626-939-8433. As of July 16th, the City Clerk's Office has received a total of 731 public records requests, averaging 26 requests a week. If the requests continue at this current pace, the city is projected to receive over 1,300 public records requests by the end of the year, a 29% increase. Last year, the city received 75 claims for damages, and as of July 16th, there have been 51 claims submitted so far. If claims continue at the current rate, the city is projected to receive approximately 95 claims by the end of the year. A total of 148 subpoenas were received last year, and we are already at over 1,000 as of July 16th. This is a 584% increase, or about 6.84 times last year's total. That's a lot. The council and members of the public might notice a new format for our city council meeting minutes. The new template will allow finalized minutes to show up next to the corresponding agenda item on our current meetings and agenda page. The Human Resources Department currently has 5 postings on the city website, 7 active recruitments in progress, and 5 additional recruitments scheduled to start in the coming days. 5 recruitments currently underway include commissioner recruitments for Community and Senior Services Commissioner. Those are open, continuous, and Planning Commissioner, open and continuous. Active operational recruitments, police, jailer, laterals, police lateral open, and in key leadership role, Public Works Director is currently posted, with that closing on July 28th. On July 16th, the Police Department's Special Victims Unit detectives conducted a coordinated joint operation involving sex registrant parolees compliance checks at 10 designated locations. This operation was executed in collaboration with the United States Marshals Service Team, Homeland Security Investigations personnel, and Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office investigators. As a result of this operation, 4 arrests were made for violation of parole conditions. The offenses included possession of pornographic material, installation of unauthorized applications on digital devices, outstanding warrants, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Last Friday, West Covina police officers made a special stop at Cool Kids of Summer event at Del Norte Park, taking time out of their day to connect with the youngest members of our community. Officers brought smiles to the faces of the children in attendance by handing out police badge stickers to the kids in attendance. Upcoming events: Summer Concert and Night Market, Neon Nation, Wednesday, July 22nd, 7 p.m. here. Summer Concert, Night Market, Suave Band, July 29th, here at the Civic Center, 7 p.m. And National Night Out and Touch a Truck event, Tuesday, August 4th, here at the West Covina Civic Center. And that concludes my report for tonight.
Thank you. So on to oral communications. Public comment is limited to 3 minutes per speaker, both in-person and remote participation, unless otherwise directed by the presiding officer of the City Council. Once all in-person public comments have been received, the Assistant City Clerk will announce if there are any registered remote participants who wish to provide public comment. If there are remote members of the community who wish to speak, the Assistant City Clerk will begin recognizing remote speakers. Remote speakers will be called by name, asked to unmute themselves, and proceed with their comment. When a speaker's time has expired, the next speaker will be notified. Members of the public may not engage in behavior that is disruptive to the orderly conduct of the meeting, including but not limited to speaking off topic, speaking beyond the speaker's allotted time limit, making slanderous or profane remarks, or using loud, threatening, or abusive language which disrupts, disturbs, impedes, or renders infeasible the orderly conduct of the meeting. Members of the public may not threaten any person with physical harm or act in a manner that may reasonably be interpreted as imminent threat of physical harm. Assistant City Clerk, how many speakers do we have tonight?
Good evening, Mayor. We have 5 in-person speakers. I have 1 remote speaker, and I have 1 comment to read into the record.
Okay.
Our first speaker is Josh Murray, followed by Frederick Sykes, followed by Ray Vincent Vargas Jr.
And we did say the librarian will always speak first, so welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, members of the Council. My name is Josh Murray. I'm here on behalf of West Covina Library. I would like to invite the teens of the community to make their very own tie-dye shirts tomorrow, Wednesday, July 22nd, from 4 to 5 p.m. in the library's seminar room. Who doesn't love tie-dye shirts? Teens will learn about color mixing, fabric manipulation, and pattern design by tie-dyeing their own T-shirts. We will be providing the supplies. Children are invited to the Summer Discovery Program finale on Wednesday, August 5th from 3 to 4 p.m. Join us for an afternoon of fun crafts, games, and prizes, and learn about some very useful library resources to help out with school assignments. And this program is for ages 5 to 12 with their parent or caregiver. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Frederick Sykes, followed by Ray Vincent Vargas Jr., followed by Leslie.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, City Manager, and members of the City staff, and as well as the audience. I'm here tonight to revisit the no parking street sweeping situation. I'm hoping that you would reconsider that this time when you bring a law, please focus on residents. Try to get the majority of the residents. And that's very important because when you just sit and observe the street sweeper, the truck itself, you can see if you come to my neighborhood on Fridays when we have our street sweeping, the street vehicle comes by and he's just spinning the tires and the fans because the streets are not dirty. And the bottom line is we do a better job than the machine. That's why it's so important that whatever you bring, make sure you get support of the people so they can get involved. Another thing about that support of the people, culture. We need to affect with signage and some sort of communication program that the streets are dirty because we have people that are discarding their trash into the street oftentimes. And that can be prevented if we just encourage folks to start getting involved and understand the price that they pay in tickets and so forth for littering and for having dirty streets. Not only does it look sully and uninviting, but it's also unhealthy. Also, please make sure that when we have trash hauling day, that we don't have a street sweeper rolling through. That happened here recently where we had a holiday. I don't remember exactly what holiday. And on my street sweeping day, which turned out to be Friday because of the holiday, there was the street sweeper coming by. And the trash truck was still having 2 or 3 runs to make, and the street sweeper was already gone. So that's counterproductive. And in closing, just have empathy for those folks that have to struggle to find a place to park. Those people who have lived here for years and have businesses that have vehicles, well, now you're going to take from them by forcing them to have to find a place to park those vehicles when they're away at work. And just remember, you're hitting us twice. We have taxes that pay for all the equipment and everything that we saw running up and down the street. And then now you're adding tickets to it. Please, we can do better. Thank you.
Ray Vincent Vargas Jr., followed by Leslie, followed by Steve Bennett.
Good evening, Council. First off, I want to give special thanks to West Covina PD and also the fire department on their emergencies. I live on a busy main street, and I see them back and forth rolling 911 calls, sirens, lights, everything, you know, trying to make West Covina a safer and better place for all of us. But now I want to start. What a joke this last meeting was. I wasn't here, but I looked at the video. Officers were called down here to confiscate a camera from one of the councilmen. You guys are just very unprofessional. You guys don't need to be sitting up here, the 3 of you. I know elections are coming up. Tony, this is your Muppet show right here. You created all this drama. You know, you stand there with a grin on your face, sitting there with a grin on your face, but you have no idea what you're doing. I can't pay attention to the video. I can't really understand it because everything's fucking broken. I don't understand the words. I got to come here and I got to put it together. But Contos, Brian, this is an uphill battle. I want you guys to know you guys are set up for an uphill battle because it's 3 against 2, and it's going to be like that. Everybody, this whole thing, this whole council, this city, and all this BS, it's a big corruption. It's what happened in Maywood. It's what happened in Arcadia. It's what happened in the city of Bell. You know, from the mayor, city council, city attorneys, everybody was crooked. The same BS is happening here. And nobody wants to hear it. Nobody's putting a stop to it. Everybody fears it walks on eggshells because of Tony and the Muppet Show. I don't fear nobody. I don't back down from nobody. Nobody dictates to me. Mylan tried to do it about 4.5, 5 years ago, and I told him where to go. At that time, he was running code enforcement. You know, nobody comes to my residence and knocks at my door and threatens me. Nobody. Nobody interferes with my family. But you two, Contos, Brian, keep up the good work. And bottom line, kick some ass.
Leslie, followed by Steve Bennett.
Hi, my name is Leslie and I live in District 2. And since our last city council meeting, ICE fatally shot Lorenzo Salgado Araujo in Texas and Joanne Sebastian Duran Guerrero in Maine. May they rest in peace, que descansen en paz. Both gentlemen were not the intended targets of ICE operations, and the agency continues to recklessly take lives. I believe that you as the city council have a duty to ensure the safety of your residents. Yet, I've had to painfully watch city council meetings where residents speak out about their concerns with ICE, and the city clerk gives the same monotonous response, that the city doesn't work with ICE, the same response that I got last meeting. This answer is incredibly insightful, but for all the wrong reasons. It tells us as residents that you are not being proactive about putting any safeguards in our city if ICE agents are present. In fact, you're actively complicit, because fault cameras are still up, and I see them being well maintained with new signs being added to them. If you would like to continue the claim that you are unfamiliar with Flock and their technology like you commented last meeting, then you are affirming the belief that many of us here hold, which is that you, the council, lack the ability to make thoughtful decisions with companies who come to West Covina looking for business. That's how we end up with thoughtless projects like the street sweeping with Athens. If you aren't familiar with Flock or why they're receiving mass scrutiny, then do your job and look into the company you paid thousands of dollars to let them surveil this city. Even the LAPD has suspended their contract with Flock because they are also concerned about who actually has access to data. And maybe for some reason you genuinely believe that West Covina has some sort of immunity against the violence of ICE, but we don't. Again, in the beginning of July, I stopped someone on Francisito and Willow, and just last week on one occasion, there were multiple ICE agents present at our own courthouse, right next to our library that is busy with families, children, students, staff, etc. And so I ask you this: what will it take for you to actually show some leadership? Will you wait for agents to show up at a summer concert? Maybe the farmer's market? Will you wait for them to take someone right in front of your very own eyes? Will you wait for them to take the life of a resident or loved one? I beg you to be the leaders that the people have elected you to be. Please cancel the Flock safety contract and create a protocol for your city staff. Thank you.
Steve Bennett.
Good evening, Council. You know, even Bill Murray figured out on Groundhog's Day not to keep repeating the same mistake. You guys finally decided to suspend street sweeping restrictions. See how long that lasts, but hopefully you guys actually listen to the residents. So today I don't have to come here and say it's Groundhog's Day, because this is the day, hopefully, that you guys realize that that was misguided to begin with. But unfortunately, at the last meeting, we saw the rising of the West Covina City Circus, the clown show. And during that clown show, which was perpetuated by the council members, the council chambers was cleared of residents. Can't have the residents witness what was going on in here when you guys were pressuring a council member to get rid of a camera. So you guys had the council room cleared. Let me make something very clear. Under the California Brown Act, Government Code Section 54957.9, that is not allowed. You cannot clear a meeting room. I recommend you don't do it again. There is a very narrow circumstance when you can clear a meeting room, and that is when the person who is disruptive, a member of the public, cannot be removed and you have to clear multiple people from a massive disruption. That is what the Brown Act states. That is what Government Code Section says. It goes on to state that it does not include the acts of any council members' disruptions themselves. So therefore, the public must stay in the room. So I implore you, please don't make that mistake again, or else you'll be worried about someone other than John Doe filing lawsuits against the city, because that is a major Brown Act violation, and it should have never happened. I understand that the police want to clear a situation. It's different when they're at a crime scene. This is a government room. This is our room. This is the public's room. This is a public meeting, and cameras are allowed, and the recording of meetings is allowed, and the public is allowed to see this all unfold, even in your non-finest hours, which was pretty obvious the last time. So again, do not clear the council chambers when you guys are the disruption, or you will see more than John Doe. Thanks.
Mayor, we're going to move on to our remote participants. Chris Miller, if you can please unmute yourself. I'll start the timer at 3 minutes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead and start.
Okay. Agenda item 3. The city is requesting budget amendment totaling $424,000 for fiscal year 25-26 legal related expenses. The funding would come from available general fund reserves. The report projects fiscal year 25-26 legal spending of approximately $2.325 million. Staff notes prior fiscal year legal spending was $1.1 million. In other words, projected legal spending has more than doubled from the prior year. The report explains what is costing money, but it does not explain in detail which lawsuits are driving the costs, why council investigations cost approximately $750,000, and what specific matters make this up. What work is, excuse for the butcher, Baltier performed to generate over $1.2 million in fees? Whether any of these matters are expected to continue into next fiscal year? How much of these costs are one-time versus ongoing? How much has already been spent on city council investigations since they were authorized in September 2025? Whether insurance will reimburse any of these expenses? Those details are not provided in the staff report sections I reviewed. From a taxpayer perspective, the biggest issue isn't the $424,000 itself, it's understanding why total legal spending reached approximately $2.3 million, more than double the prior year's level. Agenda item 4, number of proposals received, scoring sheets, evaluator rankings, bid tabulations, cost comparisons between bidders. There is evidence of a competitive procurement process, but I did not find documentation showing how the vendors were evaluated or why these firms were selected over others. Agenda item 6, the agenda summary reference continued emergency repairs at Fire Station 3, but in the packet material I received, I did not find the emergency declaration, the required findings, justification for bypassing normal bidding, expenditure history, remaining work scope, As a resident in this area, I want to clarify publicly what was the original emergency declaration, what amount has already been spent, what remains authorized, why can't the remaining work be competitively bid? And finally, 2 other items. Jimmy Lima is the best candidate for District 5. He has no political baggage and has a solid views in the benefit of the residents. Definition of insanity: doing things the same and expecting different results. And finally, do not wait until after the elections to resolve the parking issue.
Time is up, Mr. Miller. Thank you. Our next speaker remotely is John Shoemaker. Mr. Shoemaker, if you can please unmute yourself. The timer is starting. Go ahead.
Just wanted the update that I'm going to give. And part of it is the reason for the high legal expenses. On July 10th, spent an entire day in court because of Brian Gutierrez and various claims that he made, which a couple of them had to deal with his constant demand that the city attorney disqualify themselves from representing the city and or employees. Carried this on for 6 months, and then 2 days before the hearing, changes his mind and drops that piece. But the part that related to me, he continued on with, and there were about 10 items which the judge found I was credible and he was not. But the thing that was the most amazing about this was at the end. He has stated he blamed me because of my public comments and posts for stress, his safety, his fears, and unbelievably blamed me for a recent auto accident he was involved with. What makes this even more amazing is came across documents that he blamed the same thing on the city. Now, my question is he's under such duress and things like that, why is he on the road? But there was one thing that was absolutely amazing. He stated the following, that he faces this fear every day, and he would give it all up if it meant he'd be safe. Well, Brian, I'll make you a deal. Resign now, and I won't talk about you ever again. So if you were telling the truth when you were under oath, that this is such stress on you that you can't function, and you want to, and if you gave it up, I can promise you I won't say a word about you ever again. So tell us, Brian, you going to resign, or were you lying again? Come on. Oh, and by the way, can I ask a quick question? Is that GoPro the one the city bought, or is something else that he's using? So, and by the way, I want to make sure I get a full copy of whatever's being recorded on that. I'm still waiting for others, because I have the distinct feeling that he will end up modifying things and not actually give the full thing, especially if it's the city's. So that's all I have for right now. Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.
We have no more remote participants, Mayor. I have one comment to read into the record, and we also received a late request to speak from Dennis. From Ronnie. Ronnie? From Ronnie. So I'll read our comment into the record from Mr. Gibbs. Mayor and council members, I am asking one council member tonight to request a formal staff report on complaint 102252 and Hillside case CE 260250. Through a public records request, the city was unable to identify any permits, approved grading, drainage, or irrigation plans, inspection records, or engineering documentation governing these hillside improvements. The city acknowledged that historical permit records may be incomplete. That does not prove no permit existed, but it means the city cannot now document lawful approval or conformity with controlling plans. Yet the city closed the case without fully evaluating irrigation, drainage, soil saturation, seepage, runoff, cross-lot water movement, slope stability, or active permits. There is no evidence the owner was asked for the missing records. Since closure, I have twice documented hose and bucket watering. On July 16th, I observed about 35 minutes of continuous hose flow, direct watering, and repeated filling and pouring of buckets uphill. Watering is not automatically unlawful and does not alone prove instability, but concentrated, reoccurring watering without identified approved irrigation and drainage design creates a potential unpermitted condition and unresolved nuisance and safety questions. The city cannot logically rely on no recent construction while declining to verify the plans, examine the water conditions, or promptly inspect the activity. I live directly downslope. I have a spinal cord injury and use a wheelchair. A hillside drainage or evacuation emergency would disproportionately affect my ability to leave safely. Today, I submitted that complaint with this post-closure evidence. The staff report should answer, was the prior case reopened or was it a linked case created? What permits and approved plans govern these conditions? If the records are missing, has the owner been required to provide them? Will building, planning, engineering, and code enforcement jointly review the property? And has the reasonable official evaluated a potential unsafe condition or public nuisance, including under WCMC section 15-200 subsection J as requested? I am not asking the council to declare a violation. I am asking why the city maintains closure without documentation establishing compliance or inspections resolving the potential hazard. The lowest risk response is verification, inspection, written findings, and corrective action if warranted. If no council member requests a staff report, the record will show that the council received notice of the unresolved permit, drainage, nuisance inspection, and disability-related safety concerns, and declined to request answers. So I will end with this. Which council member is willing to act tonight, request this report, and protect the safety of a disabled resident?
Thank you.
And then I have the late speaker.
You're more than welcome to
Ronnie.
come up and to the mic.
What are you doing?
Can you, excuse me, sir? Excuse me. To the mic so we could hear you. Everyone can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, Mother's Day, I wasn't too happy about. Yes, Mother's Day I was. That following Monday, the street center came by at 7 o'clock in the morning. What'd they do? All the cars on my street. What'd they do in front of my house? Turn the sirens on like my house was getting raided. No, I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm going on 30 years of this stuff. I got a stack of papers over this shit. So how are we going to stop this? Well, you know what street I'm on. I want it stopped. I got a trailer. I got an RV trailer. I got a trailer. No, you know which one I'm talking about. My motorhome and 2 dead trees. What about that? What'd you write it up? Oh, I got to have irrigation in my ground.
You have to speak to the council. If you could direct.
I want it to stop because it's going to be a war. 30 years of this stuff. I'm done. Terry. Bonaparte. You guys know these guys? Richard Bonaparte, Terry. Oh, we had a new sheriff in town. He only lasted a month on my street. Oh, we got you, huh? You came to my house a couple of times, and I told you about those trees.
You'd have to direct it to the council. Excuse me.
Told you about the trees, didn't I? And what'd you tell me to do? I showed you the paper. I had a motorhome there and 2 trees. In October, they're shedding. Their 2 dead trees are dead. I mean, those 2 trees are dead. Right? Is that what it was on that paper? Can't hear you. What about my motorhome that was all tore up? The windows were all broke out. I got pictures and everything on that. I got to calm down a minute. Yeah. And what did you tell me to do? I showed you the pictures. I showed you everything. You know what he told me to do? Rip it up and throw it away. No, I got it. I saved it just for you. So what are we going to do on this? You guys going to keep coming around my street and causing problems? I'd like to have a meeting with you, and you. in the office, like our meeting. 30-some years of this, I'm done. I'm done. Okay? You remember? What about Dan? What about that other guy, Dan, that came to my... Oh, firewood. What about the firewood? Does that bring anything to you? I donated all the firewood in my neighborhood, all over the people.
Thank you. That ends public comment.
Yeah, I want a meeting. How am I going to do this meeting?
You can send the information, and then we'll reach out. I think we have your card already, the public comment, so we'll reach out after. Oh, we have the public comment. If your information is already on the public comment, then...
No, he didn't provide any contact information, Mayor.
If you could just provide your contact information, and then we can reach out.
I have no further speaker slips, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to, the city manager to respond to all the public comments, concerns, and questions and things from today.
Sure.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Josh Murray, thank you for the updates on the West Covina Library. Mr. Sykes, is he still here? No.
Can't hear you.
Obviously, when we come back with anything regarding the street sweeping program, we'll incorporate feedback from the community and moving forward to make sure things are better. I do recognize that we did have 1 week where a federal holiday fell on a Monday and the street sweepers still swept on the days they were posted. So it did force the trash company altered their days. So our street sweeper was running the same day as trash day. So we're going to be fixing that as well. Ray Vargas, thank you for complimenting West Covina PD and West Covina Fire. They absolutely do a great job of helping keep our community clean and safe. They are very busy. They've done some great work over the years, and this past few months they've been exceptional at multiple incidents. Leslie, thank you for your comments again on ICE and on the flock camera system. Following our last meeting when I commented that I wasn't very familiar with the flock cameras, the chief of police did provide me with quite a bit of reading material on flock cameras. I have read up on that. And also, I didn't recognize that also that on our website, on the transparency portal for West Covina PD, there is information about our flock cameras, how the information is used, et cetera, is on our website for any resident that's concerned. Steve Bennett, again, comment on street sweeping and on the camera issue from last meeting. That's been resolved. Obviously, it wasn't a positive meeting. It wasn't a positive outcome. I can tell you that the reason the council chambers were cleared is because of the direction of law enforcement. It wasn't the direction of the council. I was up here, and the order was actually given by law enforcement at that time. On back to the camera. So the city property camera has been returned. Council member has procured his own camera, and he's using it tonight, and as he's free to use. Mr. Miller, you spoke on agenda item number 3 and number 4. And I'll let those be considered during for the council to consider. Mr. Shoemaker, update again on item number 3 and also spoke about the camera. Mr. Gibbs, I know you've sent a number of emails to various departments. I believe most departments, engineering, code enforcement, and others have provided written response in regards to the concerns you have regarding a neighbor's property. I will tell you most of the concerns, as I've seen, border on more of a civil dispute between two neighbors. It's not the position of city staff to be investigating people's backyards and those type things. The idea is that code enforcement, public safety documents and observes violations that they can physically see. We're not going to dig up people's yards or anything else to find a problem. And Ronnie, thank you for your comments as always. I'm aware that I do remember your house and the issues we dealt with, cleaning up some issues there. I'll be more than happy to meet with you whenever you'd like to meet. If you'd like the council to be present as well, we can do that. I've got your information up here now. I will give you a call. We can set up a meeting. Okay. Sure, I look forward to it. That'd be great. Thank you. And that concludes my responses for tonight, Madam Mayor.
Okay. On to consent calendar. Council, is there anything you'd like to pull from the consent calendar? Councilman Gutierrez.
I'll just vote. I'll abstain for number 1 and vote no on number 3.
Abstain on 1 and vote I'm sorry?
No on number 3.
No on 3. Is there any other council that likes to pull
I
anything?
will put number 3.
Councilman Wu pulling on number 3. Any other council? Councilwoman Diaz?
No, I was going to move the motion.
Oh, okay. We have moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem second. Roll call.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Diaz, second by Councilwoman Wu, to approve consent calendar items 1 through 7, with the exception of number 3, which was pulled by Councilman Wu and Councilmember Gutierrez abstaining on item number 1. Councilmember Gutierrez?
Aye.
Councilman Wu?
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Cantos?
Aye.
Mayor Lopez Viado?
Aye. Motion passes. We'll go on to agenda number 3. Councilman Wu.
Thank you, Mayor. It's okay. I know the attorney is a necessity evil, that we have to spend the money, okay, but spend the $2.3 million, I think that is really become possible unsustainable. So really seeing why we have a way we can stop this bleeding, okay, but some cause, okay, we want to see, okay, for example, okay, from the, okay, book culture, okay, and about their charge. So maybe he can kind of tell us. I think last time we talked about, we want to see some detail, okay, about their charge. But at the same time, can we find a way that we can, okay, and because all these attorney fees from our general fund, right?
That's correct.
So in that way, okay, I think first thing is maybe you can break down about the attorney charge. And then the second thing is we want to see that the major charge from the one attorney company can share with us, okay, the charge go through it. And number 3 is how can we work it out and stop this bleeding, and maybe internally counsel, and we're talking about the mediation, and hopefully, okay, we can stop this because this money can go to some other program, this and that. So the 3 issue is, okay, about the charge, okay, the second thing about just, okay, one company have $1.2 million. This is something we have no choice, but if we don't have an issue, then we don't have to spend that money. Number 3, can we stop? Otherwise, this will continue to escalate, okay, and I know one time, I don't know how long ago, 20 years ago, okay, maybe 15, 18 years ago, okay, we have, okay, lawsuit with, Hassan dealership, okay, and the city paying tremendous attorney fee, and we only get settlement for $3 million, and that is waste, okay, all the money, okay, on attorney fee. So we don't want to go through the same thing. Okay, hopefully we can stop. So this is the concern I think everybody will have, and how can we deal with that? So go ahead, answer some question, please.
Certainly. So as in Table 2 in the staff report on page 2, we outlined the legal services by the firms. I'd like to just clarify for Bull Culture, we have $1.2 million. Majority of that are litigation matters. Hopefully they're one time. They're not like our reoccurring legal fees. I'd like to also identify that for Jones and Meyer, the majority of the payments for the legal services is our retainer.
They exist what we agree upon?
That is true. That is correct.
So they still stay in the same amount we budget?
No,
Jones and Meyer?
We've exceeded the original budget. That's why I'm asking tonight for additional funding. What I'd like to state that going forward, however, in fiscal year 2007, hopefully litigation matters are settled. But what I want to reiterate is the recurring legal expenses that normally occur every year. We're looking at more about 1.1 million. So hopefully, if the litigation matters are settled, then we can go back to roughly a little over $1 million for 27. This is the beginning of the fiscal year, and I'm hopeful.
So Jones and Meyer's attorney fee basically is in your budget on the 20s?
Absolutely.
27.
They're definitely included in it, yes.
Yeah.
The majority of it is due to the retainer, yes.
Okay, and the rest, some smaller labors, Cassidy, okay, I think that we negotiate, so we need to use them.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have Gemini.
Jamali, your Plant Moran, those are one time related to the council investigation. So we do not anticipate that to reoccur in fiscal year 27.
So basically, the one we have is $1.23 million from Ball Cultures, okay, the attorney company.
Primarily that's due to litigation. That's correct.
So maybe Ball Culture can come up, is they have their rep over here to tell us, share with us. Okay, and first is, this is current charge and it's still recurring more, okay, number coming up. Am I right?
I can't recall specifically which months the current report refers to, but yes, they're current charges.
We can't hear you. Can you repeat that on the mic, please?
I can't recall which months the current staff report refers to, but yes, they're current charges.
So meaning if the litigation continue internally and this charge will continue to accumulate.
That's correct. I mean, primarily what we're doing is we're responding to court filings that are made. If somebody files something in court, then we have to oppose it.
So any possibility we can find a way with the mediation so we can, as long as we don't have a lawsuit fund internally, then we shouldn't have a continued charge.
If I understand the question correctly, it's if the matter is settled, it would stop all charges. Yes, if the matter were settled, it would stop the charges.
So any possibility we can do this internally so we don't have to continue to pay the attorney fee because the lawsuit continue?
I'm here to speak to the legal bills that are being incurred. I'm not going to speak to any potential legal strategy.
Got it. But I understand because if we continue like this, it's like this going to continue to grow and then continue charging our general fund. And our job is try to protect the general fund as much as we can do. I think that's what Karen want to listen. No, we just hopefully, okay, and on your charge, okay, and you have to review is all legit, Karen?
Yes, absolutely. And I can try to address some of the bulk culture, what their expenditures were, if you would mind. Reoccurring costs and legal expenses potentially is difficult to project, but I can identify what I would like to refer to as one-time expenditures that occurred due to a particular incident. So if I refer to those only, I would say the majority of bulk culture's payment or estimated cost of $1.2 million is due to one-time incidents. So let me restate that. Ongoing recurring expenses for bulk culture, I would say is projecting probably around maybe $100,000. That is what I would anticipate in 27, assuming all litigation matters are settled. Then recurring costs would be no more about $100,000 roughly. So I hope that answers a little bit of your
So basically, if we don't have any settlement or conclusion, this is going to continue.
It is anticipated. The breakdown for all the legal services being presented tonight takes us through the services rendered through June. So these are services rendered through the month of June of 2026.
Wow.
So this more after June, because when that's July.
It's so difficult to gauge how much July or August will be because it depends upon the services that are required for our legal counsel. I can't tell you for like the month of May to June, for example, for comparison. So in the month of June, it was approximately almost double that of May. So again, I don't know how the outcome for July, I don't know. It's very difficult. But if the litigating matters were, say, settled, then you're probably looking about maybe no more than $100,000, maybe $50,000 recurring costs.
Got it. Okay. Because just to see the $1.23 million just for the attorney fee, that is pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know it's a lot of work. I understand. Okay, there's papers to papers, this and that. Okay, but what I'm saying is this: we really need to find a solution. Okay, and to get these things settled. Okay, so we can stop bleeding. Okay, thank you so much, Mayor.
So I agree. I mean, all these issues, fighting, drama, all that stuff. At the end, the only one who wins are the attorneys. I mean, let's just put it that way. I mean, it's kind of like a divorce, and it's just the attorneys are collecting all these money, and it's sad because I know. I mean, and I'm pretty sure most of the council would like to protect our city, protect our general fund. I mean, it is the taxpayers' money. If there's any way, I mean, I wish this can all cease. I wish that we don't have to continue with these litigations. If there's a way to stop the bleeding, I'm for it. I mean, I'm willing to just end this and just let's move forward. If the public has, if the public wants to help and assist with this, by all means, we're for it. And but I just want people to know that these ongoing costs is gonna it hurts. It hurts most people, and we're not thinking of the city as a whole. And so I just, again, if there's any way to negotiate, work around this, and just end this to stop. So with this, I know this requesting additional $348,000. That's only for until June. That means we're still racking up additional fees and the cost, correct?
Yes, this takes us through June. We are requesting $424,000. That'll take us all the way through the end of the fiscal year. And that includes all legal services that we are aware of now, yes.
Okay. Councilwoman Diaz.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So, Karen, when you say one-time fees, what does that mean?
When I'm referring to one-time fees is like a litigation matter. That's kind of a one-time item. It's not a reoccurring matter that we have to deal with.
Okay.
And that's what I was referring to, yes.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I don't know.
Thank you.
So now, attorney. So on, let's say, a 1 week period, how many times do you have to have a litigation, have to go to court for litigation that would cost the city a one-time fee?
So I think what people think of as going to court, which is when an attorney like myself physically stands in a courtroom, is actually relatively rare.
Okay.
What most of it is responding to either making a written request to the court or responding to written requests that are made by the other side. That happens very frequently in the current litigation. There are multiple filings in a given month that we have to assess, and we have to determine whether we need to respond to them. There are other things where we might need to make our own motion, to ask the court for relief ourselves. So that's what most of it is the legal drafting and the legal writing to present arguments to the court in writing.
Okay, so now in a week, let's say, how many times do you have to respond to emails or whatever it is that you need to respond to?
I'll make it easy, like last week. I mean,
I was going to say, it depends on the week. In the month of July, there was a public commenter who made some comments about some filings that were in the Shoemaker matter. We had to make some filings for the Shoemaker matter. And then the filings that we were making, the motions were ultimately withdrawn by the opposing party. So we had to do that. I think the second week of July was actually pretty light in terms of the current litigation for the city. Last week, there was a filing by plaintiff that the court ordered us to respond to on a Thursday afternoon, and we had to file a response by Monday. So that was a very high amount of work in a short amount of time. We had to turn around and file that by last Monday. And then, the court ultimately, there are more papers that are filed. We have to read those papers. The court issues a ruling. We have to read the ruling and understand the ruling. In that case, the plaintiff filed a follow-up motion, which is called a motion for reconsideration because the plaintiff didn't agree with what the court had said. Within 24 hours, the court turned around and denied that. That like in the past 10 days, there's been a significant amount. Ultimately, the city prevailed on those motions, but that's what we have to do every time someone files something. We're required to respond.
Okay. And are there multiple attorneys that are working on this?
Yes, I'm the primary handling attorney for the City versus Gutierrez matter, the John Doe versus City matter, and then I was handling some issues with a subpoena that was issued in the Doe versus Shoemaker matter. That's, I think, the bulk of the legal trend that you're seeing. There's also the Capelli matter, which is an ongoing litigation matter, which is in the relatively early stages. There's another attorney from Buckhalter, Jennifer Misitich, who's the primary attorney attorney handling that matter. But that, like I said, is probably not the bulk of what you're seeing right now. And then there are other attorneys that support me in my work and support Jennifer Mistich in her work.
And that's how we get billed, right? Based on how many hands touch it, how many people respond to it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I know we have the set billing hourly rate, but like when you get these court stuff where it says you need to respond by Monday by 5, and are we charged more because it's a rush, expedited costs, and then working on the weekends because having to do this just as I know we had to do that. Is there additional, are we charged more for when those things that come up instead of like the standard time when we have that time frame?
No, for better or for worse, if a car salesman sells cars as an attorney, I sell my time, and my time costs the same no matter whether it's on a night or a weekend or any time. So there's no overage or overtime charge or holiday charge because I work on a weekend or something like that.
Okay, I just wanted to know. But I mean, nevertheless, these charges keep racking up, and that's my point. And I mean, I just hope that everything can be settled. Hopefully everything can be fixed. I just don't want this to come back to us and ask for more attorney fees. Councilman Wu.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a quick question. Is there anything, I know we have a JPIA insurance company. Is that covered by the JPIA for this lawsuit? For this string of lawsuit, especially the internal one?
Currently,
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Currently, no.
So basically, no matter how high it goes, it's all going to our.
Well, we are in discussions with CalJPA to see if we can get some form of reimbursement, but right now I don't have any confirmation. So I would have to say no right now, but we are working on chatting with CalJPA to see if we can get some form of reimbursement for some of these legal expenses. Yes.
I'm done. Thank you.
Councilwoman Diaz?
And all this is from our general fund?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. To protect our city?
It's for legal services for the fiscal year, yes.
Okay.
I just have a comment, but I don't need their answer anymore.
So, Councilman Wu?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. You guys can have a seat. But I just want to have a comment. I think most important thing is this. I think we all sit over here as a city council, okay, and no matter we have agreement or disagreement, but we, okay, should be, okay, respect that. I hope, okay, once upon a time we were all friends, so we can maybe talk this through and really to have some kind of a mediation or something we can sit down, or maybe attorney or something, we talk through how can we, both sides, maybe look into some kind of settlement or drop this and that if that's possible, so we don't have to impose anything, and we can work it out with anything both sides can agree upon about any of a tiny issue or a detail, okay, what we can do to stop this, okay, continue accumulate the attorney fee. And that's my suggestion. If the city council can agree upon, then let's work it through. And then I think our jobs over here is work on our city, okay, the issue, the well-being, any matter, no matter what district, this is our city. Let's work together, okay, work on our city issue, and let's set aside all this kind of a different or this and that. Maybe they have some issue is legit, some issue maybe it's not, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I think if we can all kind of work together and let's focus on the city business and stop this attorney fee continue to accumulate and the impose to our general fund. So this is my suggestion. I hope we can work on it together so that I will swallow anything, any pride, anything to sit down, okay, and to work it out, okay, and to get this thing, okay, settled. So this is my suggestion. Okay, thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Is there any other questions, concerns? Is there a motion?
I really don't want to move this motion. It's very expensive.
I know.
$2.3 million.
I'm going to move the motion. We need to.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Thank you. I have a motion by Councilwoman Diaz, a second by Councilman Wu to approve consent calendar item number 3, consideration of adopting a budget amendment for legal services. Councilmember Gutierrez.
No.
Councilman Wu.
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Contos.
Aye.
Mayor Lopez Viado.
Aye, motion passes. On to public hearing now. Item number 8, public hearing regarding fiscal year 26-27 assessment for the West Covina Citywide Lighting and Maintenance District. This matter set for public hearing is for the West Covina Citywide Lighting and Maintenance District. At this time, I shall open the public hearing on the West Covina Citywide Lighting and Maintenance District. There'll be first the presentation of the staff report, then we shall hear comments from the public. Mr. Mylan, who will present the staff report?
It'll be our CAP project manager, Robert Ortega.
Okay, proceed.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Today we invited Charmaine from Webb Associates, who's going to be providing a brief update on their assessment for the LMDs.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. The first item number 8, is for the Citywide Lighting and Maintenance District. The revenues collected pay for the operation and maintenance of the street lights, street tree trimming, the removal and replacement of dead trees, and the repair or replacement of lights, hardscape, and sidewalk repair. The proposed increase for fiscal year 26-27 is 2%, increasing the rate over last fiscal year by $1.22, resulting in a rate of $62.42 per single-family residence. Item number 9 is for the neighborhood-specific landscape maintenance district numbers 4, 6, and 7. The districts pay for the maintenance of existing landscaping, the installation. Oh, we're staying on number 8? I'm not going.
Have to stay on number 8.
These are 4 separate public hearings.
We were going through section.
4 separate public hearings, so let's finish each one, open public hearing, close, and then we'll vote.
Yes, please, number 8.
So this is just number 8.
We're only on the
staff
report.
For number 8. Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
So any questions by staff or the city council members?
We need to vote on this?
Number 8.
Do we vote on it or?
Yes.
Well, there's a process. There's a step.
Open up the public.
That's just, I'm just asking. Then I got to ask, Madam City Clerk, have you received any written protest or objections or comments or concerning the West Covina Citywide Lighting and Maintenance District?
No, I have not.
Okay. Are there speakers who wish to comment on this item?
No, Mayor, I have no speaker cards on this item.
None? Okay. So I'll close the public comment portion of the hearing and ask for council discussion. Is there any?
Move the motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
So I have a motion by Councilman Wu, a second by Councilwoman Diaz for item number 8. Which is a public hearing regarding fiscal year 26-27 assessment for the West Covina Citywide Lighting and Maintenance District. Councilmember Gutierrez.
Aye.
Councilman Wu.
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Contos.
Aye.
Mayor Lopez Viado.
Aye. Motion passes. Now to item number 9, which is the public hearing regarding fiscal year 26-27 assessment for West Covina Landscape Maintenance District 4, 6, and 7. This matter is set for public hearing. And at this time, I'll open to public hearing in the West Covina Landscape Maintenance District number 4, 6, 7. And there will be presentation of the staff report. Then we shall hear comments from the public. The city manager who's making the report.
We'll have the consultant again provide the staff report.
Item 9.
These neighborhood-specific districts pay for the maintenance of existing landscaping, the installation and planting of landscaping, public lighting facilities, removal of trimmings, rubbish, debris, and other solid waste, and graffiti removal. The rates for these districts are at the maximum, and so there will be no increase for fiscal year 26-27.
So, City Clerk, have you received any written protests, objections, or comments concerning the levying and collection of assessments within the West Covina Landscape Maintenance District number 4, 6, and 7?
No, Mayor, and I also have no speaker slips.
No speakers, so I've closed the public comment portion of the hearing and asked for council discussion. Is there any discussion?
Move the motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. This is motion in order to adopt the resolution confirming the engineer's report and the assessment contained in the report of Landscape Maintenance District number 4, 6, and 7.
So to confirm, I have a motion by Councilman Wu, a second by Councilwoman Diaz to approve public hearing item number 9 regarding fiscal year 26-27 assessments for West Covina Landscape Maintenance Districts 4, 6, and 7. Those are resolutions 2026-73, 2026-74, and 2026-75. Councilmember Gutierrez?
Aye.
Councilman Wu?
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Cantos?
Aye.
Mayor Lopez Viado?
Motion passes. On to item number 10. Public hearing regarding the West Covina citywide sewer service charge collection method and associated report. So this matter set for public hearing is for authorizing the collection of the annual sewer service charge through the county tax bill. At this time, I shall open the public hearing on the West Covina citywide sewer service charge. There will be first the presentation of the staff report. Then we shall hear comments from the public, and she'll be making the report. All right. On to item 10, report. Proceed.
The citywide sewer revenues pay for the routine video inspections, jetting, cleaning, the rehabilitation, replacement of the sewer main lines, and equipment procurement. The district rates are at their maximum, so there is no proposed increase for this year, and the maximum rate is $82.02.
Okay, any questions by the city council members? City Clerk, have you received any written protests, objections, comments regarding this?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So there's no speakers.
I'll make a motion to approve.
There's a motion, and then there's a second. Roll call?
Can I get confirmation on the second, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Cantos.
Thank you. A motion by Councilmember Gutierrez, a second by Mayor Pro Tem Cantos to approve public hearing item number 10 regarding the West Covina citywide sewer service charge collection method and associated report, resolution number 2026-67. Councilmember Gutierrez?
Aye.
Councilman Wu?
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Cantos?
Aye.
Mayor Lopez Viado?
Aye, motion passes. On to item 11, public hearing to consider West Covina Auto Plaza Business Improvement District fiscal year 26-27 assessment. So this is a time set for the public hearing of the City Council to consider the approval of a resolution that levies the assessment of the West Covina Auto Plaza Business Improvement District area for fiscal year 26-27. I now declare the public hearing open. All persons who desire to be heard will have the opportunity to speak during public testimony portion of this hearing. When you come forward to the podium, please give your name and the organization, if any, which you are representing at this hearing. There'll first be presentation of the staff report. Then we shall hear comments from the public. City Manager, who will present the staff report?
From our Economic Development Project Team, Gerardo Rojas.
Proceed.
Sorry about that, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council. This item on the agenda tonight, a resolution seeking to confirm the annual report filed by the West Covina Auto Plaza Association Business Improvement District and levy an annual assessment that will be placed on the Los Angeles County tax rolls for the coming fiscal year. Sorry, is the PowerPoint not up? Could I request IT help up here?
I see it trying, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just flickering. Always
I
technology.
apologize.
That's okay. Not your fault.
What's out? It's not coming up.
No, it's trying. It's trying. I see the flickering. We're good. Doing good on time. It's not going to be a midnight meeting or 2 a.m.
See, harmony.
2 a.m. Peace and harmony. Love it. All right.
Okay, we'll do it this way. The Auto Plaza BID is comprised of 7 dealerships. It was originally created for the reader board sign and the shared marketing for the different dealerships. Since that time, the sign has been replaced and upgraded to an LED sign. The assessment that you will vote on tonight will go towards insurance, landscape maintenance, electricity, and other costs. This is the district map of the different benefit zones and includes the former Envision Toyota of West Covina, Norma's Honda, Tesla, West Covina, Performance Ford, Envision, Mercedes-Benz of West Covina, Audi of West Covina, and lastly, the former Drive Time site. In order to place and complete the assessment, a series of benchmarks have to occur. First, the Auto Plaza Advisory Board met on June 18, 2026, where they recommended the budget and voted to approve the annual report for fiscal year 26-27. On July 7, 2026, the City Council approved a resolution of intention to levy the assessment for the Auto Plaza Business Improvement District and set the date and time for the public hearing for this evening. Tonight, we are proposing the annual report, which you can confirm and levy the assessment as part of the resolution. The annual report includes a total budget for fiscal year 26-27 of $121,168 with an assessment of $16,524, which will be applied per dealership site. The assessment will go towards annual expenses, including the cost of maintenance, electricity, programming, and insurance for the reader board, as well as landscape maintenance, which totals $60,750. For the Auto Plaza, I would like to note that the loan provided to the Auto Plaza BID by the city has been paid off as of last month. That concludes the staff report, and I'm here to answer any questions.
All right. Any questions of staff by city council members? Councilman Gutierrez.
Yes. Is the fee that we're collecting, is that sufficient to maintain that area or maintain a sign?
That is sufficient.
Okay.
Council member.
Any other questions? Madam City Clerk, did you receive any written communications regarding the West Covina Auto Plaza business improvement?
No, ma'am, nor do I have any speaker cards.
All right. So at this time, I guess we don't have any testimony from the speakers. So I'll close the public comment portion of the hearing and ask for additional council member discussion. Any?
The motion.
Oh, okay. There's a motion and a second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Councilwoman Diaz, a second by Mayor Pro Tem Contos to approve item number 11, public hearing to consider West Covina Auto Plaza Business Improvement District Resolution 2026-78. Councilmember Gutierrez.
Aye.
Councilman Wu.
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Contos.
Aye.
Mayor Lopez Viado.
Aye. Motion passes. On to departmental. Item number 12, presentation on website update, expanding public access. City manager will present the staff report.
Our IT manager, Will Ramos, will present. Will Trujillo.
All right, IT. To pull up I think they might need you back there to open it up and assist. They're going to pull up the presentation.
Just get started. Good evening, Madam Mayor, City Council members, and West Covina residents. I am Will Trujillo, not Ramos, City's IT manager. I'm excited to present to you today Doc Access by Civic Plus, a powerful new solution that makes all documents on our city's website ADA compliant. We have recently made over 2,884 public documents accessible to residents through the new Doc Access ADA solution, giving the community easier ways to read, search, translate, and understand city information online. To show you a live demonstration, our Assistant City Manager, Roxanne Lerma, will be showing you on the projector how this solution works. Roxanne, go ahead and bring up the 2027 budget document example that we'll be using for tonight's demonstration. So as you can see, the 2027 budget document that she selected from our website with Doc Access, you can rapidly convert documents to HTML transcripts. In the 2027 budget document that you see there, you'll see on top where it says print friendly and accessible transcript view. It's a green button up top. You can toggle back and forth between them to activate. Once the Doc Access is activated on the top of the screen, new and existing PDFs on the city's website automatically open in a mobile-friendly Doc Access view. Residents can also use the print-friendly version of the HTML transcript, which includes detailed alt text for images. Doc Access allows you to align tricky documents to WCAG 2.1 AA standards. For example, on page 4 of the 2027 budget, Roxanne, go ahead and click on the accessible transcript view, and you will see the signature change to a typed out name. Click back to the print friendly view and go down to page 7, then turn on the accessible transcript view to have the pie chart get converted into categories for an easier read. The citywide revenue by category pie chart is now listed by category on the left and percentages on the right. You can now easily read the property tax category and the 33% to the right of it. Another example of this is on page 8. Toggle back and forth between the print-friendly and accessible transcript view to have the pie charts converted into easy-to-read categories. You can now easily read the salaries and benefits category and the 49% to the right of it. Doc Access also translates to 250 plus languages on any page. Go ahead and click the translate option on the right toolbar to change the language of the document. Click on Spanish to show the document get translated in real time. As you can see, the document now is in Spanish. Then click on the English option to change it back in real time. And like mentioned, it has about 250 different languages you can toggle between. Doc Access also has a built-in Ask Question tool. On any page, go ahead and click on the Ask a Question option in the right toolbar to type in a question. Roxanne, please type in who is on the city council.
Roxanne, Siri. Hey, Siri.
It can search the document and provide you with an answer. The answer will be highlighted in the document, and the response to the question will be shown at the bottom of the Ask Question tool.
Still working.
There it is.
There it is.
Doc Access also has a document outline tool for easy navigation throughout the document. On any page, go ahead and click on the document outline option on the right toolbar to view the interactive document outline. This allows you to quickly jump between sections of the document, minimizing scrolling and aligns to ADA requirements. Lastly, Doc Access has a 30-minute free live disability assistance through IRA, the world's leading visual interpreting platform. On any page, go ahead and click on the disability assistance option on the right toolbar to get the information to connect via phone, web browser, or the IRA application. Thank you all for listening, and this covers all of the major tools Doc Access has to offer our residents.
Thank you, Will. That's actually pretty amazing. And so thank you to you and the IT team for all the updates and keeping up with the times and making it easier for all our residents. I greatly appreciate that. Councilman Wu.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, and I think we talk about smart city. We want to improve the customer service. It's even our office closed Friday or Saturday, Sunday, but they still can go online on our website to get service. Right? This is, I think, the idea. Okay, basically 24/7. Right. So at the nighttime, okay, when they are resting and they're in bed, they can just type in and check all the information. For example, okay, when their street sweeper will come, when their trash will arrive to pick up, so they can type in and see on their address. Can they do that?
Yes, this just makes it more accessible for our ADA residents.
Yeah, but my point is including ADA, including the, any resident, they basically can check any information rather than call the city hall during the business hour. They can just online check in.
Right, so the solution translates all our documents that we have on the website, making it more ADA compliant.
Good. So yeah, there's a lot of people with disability, but at the same time, they have a lot of senior or a lot of people checking our information, including last time we're talking about, I don't know this will be off the subject, but it's still the website about service. They're talking about that people want to be a vendor in our event and they can apply.
Correct.
Can they do that too?
Yes, they have forms set up for that.
Oh, that's good. And that, for example, July 4th or now July 4th passed, then we have some other event coming up, summer concert. Okay, they can book. Okay, and hopefully the city will respond back to them.
Yeah, the forms are set up to go to the department accordingly.
And can they pay online? Can they pay? Okay, on our website, is it still available?
Depending on what they need to pay for.
And how about building and safety? If you don't want to apply, can they, some city there already, everything is paperless. They can just go online and
still working on that.
Oh, you're still working on that. Okay.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Yeah, see, finally I got you. Okay, see, I've been finding all the way, try to poke into, okay, you like, done this, boom. Yes.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
That's a big,
there's something very important, okay, right. Because a lot of people want to build ADA. Some people already apply and they want to do their process and everything online, seeing, okay, the process, the procedure, how long it takes, okay, rather than they email us why is such a delay. So we want to make sure the customer service and smart city is, right now everything is online and hopefully cloud and this and that, and hopefully under your watch, I think you're doing a great job and you put it together. Hopefully that can be done and people can just pay, okay, and maybe they can submit their plan, okay, into our planning. They can review it even during the weekend, okay, during the off hours, this and that. Thank you so much, Will.
Thank you for being user-friendly. But we also have Mayor Pro Tem Cantos who wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Mr. Trujillo, this is absolutely magnificent. I just wanted to ask you, earlier you were asking the ADA coordinator and assistant city manager to click on things by using the mouse. You mentioned toggling, so this is, just wanted to make sure, I think I know the answer, but just for folks who are watching, if folks navigated by way of the keyboard and not using the mouse, it would still be accessible and they could tab over to the different options and hit enter to select and so forth?
Yes, and it also makes it very easy for your speech application to use. Yes.
So it's accessible that way.
Yes.
Is there any audio feature within the site itself, let's say to click on anything for the site itself to read?
The audio feature on the site itself? No, you would have to have the speech application on your phone or on your computer.
So whether it's JAWS or if it's VoiceOver on the iPhone, but it still will work with
Yes, it works with all of them.
And it's compliant with the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG 2.1 AA. That is amazing.
Yes, it is.
There's so many places that don't do this, and this for us to do this, I just can't even begin to tell you, having worked on these issues at a national level for decades, to see this in our hometown, it is such a source of pride. It's just so appreciative to you, Will, and the team for all of this. It is just wonderful. The last question is, what about when we have videos? Let's say our multimedia folks put videos on the website. Is there yet, or could there be an AI sort of description of what the videos show, or how would that work? I know this is doc accessibility, so you may not, but I'm just asking, just generally, at least.
We have closed caption on YouTube.
Okay, good. So there's already closed captioning that's already automated, so that's accessible for people who are deaf or hard of hearing.
Right, and then we have it in different languages also.
Okay. Whoa. So it's in different languages on top of that. And is there, if you can, the answer to what I'm about to ask might be no, but just to ask, is there a way to look into an AI audio description of videos that we put up? Because that could actually increase visual access for people who aren't able to see the videos but who want to enjoy the visual content too. So if you could look into that, would also.
I could do that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Congratulations. This is really, really incredible for us. Thank you.
It's a big milestone. Thank you.
So this
Very
is live,
big, very
ready
big.
to go.
Live,
It's
ready
all
to go.
set.
Press
So-
release was.
Oh yeah, I remember the press release out. But Mayor Pro Tem Cantos, feel free to test it out and see if there's any kinks, and let us know. But I'm glad to hear that he's happy.
Since the technology is new, I'm going to go ahead and do some more research on it, and we'll have like some better stuff for you.
And you mentioned IRA for the customer service. Is that what you said?
Yes.
IRA is literally one of the best companies that provides a human contact with people who can actually help with anything that folks are stuck with.
Right. So you get 30 minutes for free with what we have online.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. That's great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Gutierrez.
Yes, it's great to see that our website is ADA compliant, and being able to see all those new accessibility features, I think, will make a huge impact
for sure
to people with disabilities in our community. And I think as we work towards a better tomorrow, I think our city continues to lead. We'll continue to do better every day to become more and more compliant with the ADA. So to see this step taken is remarkable. So I know you worked very hard on that, Will. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to provide some insight, this was due April 2027, and we actually launched
early.
Ooh,
we are early.
Hey. Woo, Will and IT. Thank you. Kudos.
We're early.
Awesome. Amazing. Great job. That just shows kudos to the IT department and the one leading it. IT manager. No, it's receive and file unless a motion's made to direct staff. So seeing none. So item number 13, presentation on proposed Parks and Recreation Master Plan. City manager who will present the staff report.
Assistant City Manager Roxanne Lerma will present tonight.
Good evening. I appreciate Mayor having the opportunity to present today. We were asked to provide an update. We're in our final stages to bring back a final draft of a Parks and Recreation Master Plan for City Council consideration. But what we wanted to do tonight is highlight some of the key features of this plan, provide an opportunity to solicit feedback if there's any additional considerations that perhaps we may have missed. And then, of course, like I said, bring it back for a proposed adoption, if you will. So give me just a moment to drag it over and get started. So project overview, this is an overview of the work that was completed over the past year that includes technical analysis of the Parks and Recreation System Assessment, demographic review, needs assessment, community engagement, and the development of recommendations. The draft report has been prepared and is ready for City Council review and community input. Again, we will be bringing this back very shortly, but we wanted to give just a high-level overview of some of the important priorities. So some of the community engagement highlights: stakeholder interviews and 3 community workshops conducted, survey of 1,240 residents across 400 households. This was a statistically valid multimodal approach. Outreach to 8 sports organizations representing 5,500 plus athletes, project website, public comments from workshops, website feedback, comments received, and public comments received from pop-up events. So these are some of the ways in which we received feedback and input, in addition to participation at workshops and visiting the Parks Master Plan website. So these are 3 priorities that we're going to be highlighting tonight. Again, this is a sneak peek of what's to come. So we're saying maintain and modernizing existing parks, expanding recreational amenities, and strengthening recreation programs. So the priorities, the elements that were part of this Parks and Recreation Master Plan that were identified through these processes will fall into one of these 3 priorities. So let's talk about priority number 1, maintain and modernizing existing parks. So some of the areas that were identified as opportunities were improving park maintenance and cleanliness to ensure welcoming, well-kept spaces for all residents, modernizing aging restrooms and facilities across the park system to meet current standards, enhance security lighting throughout the parks to improve safety and visibility, improve overall park safety through infrastructure upgrades and regular assessments, enhancements to athletic field lighting, address deferred maintenance to extend the lifespan of existing park assessments and amenities, and ensure ADA access to park amenities and walkways. Priority 2, expand recreation amenities. Improve and expand dog park to better serve pet owners and families, adding pickleball courts to meet growing demand for this popular sport, upgrading playground with modern, inclusive equipment for all ages, expanding aquatic amenities, including splash pad and perhaps swimming opportunities, improving walking paths and trails for connectivity and active recreation, upgrades to athletic fields to support youth and adult sports programs. New playgrounds should follow all-inclusive, universal design standards to create equitable play spaces. ADA access is considered playground, pedestrian lighting, and walkway projects. Ridge Rider Equestrian Park improvements and equestrian programs surfaced in community outreach, and CPSC analysis identified a future need for either another hockey rink or taking a look at the operation of the current hockey rink in order to meet demands of what the plan identifies as a highly utilized facility. Priority number 3, strengthen recreation programs, expand community events, including seasonal festivals, outdoor concerts, and neighborhood gatherings, increase fitness and wellness programs such as group exercise classes, yoga, health workshops, enhance senior programming with dedicated activities, social events, and accessible fitness options, grow youth recreation opportunities through after-school programs, sports leagues, and summer camps, partner with local organizations to broaden program reach and serve diverse community needs, and develop partnerships with local artists, schools, and cultural organizations for exhibits, art walks, and multicultural festivals. And equestrian park improvement could also support cultural events such as cultural festivals, align with arts and multicultural programming goals. So next steps, over the past couple months, we have been receiving additional ADA feedback regarding playground accessibility. So we're working on incorporating those elements into the Parks and Recreation Master Plan. Incorporate additional feedback received regarding park use by user groups. So taking a look at the various parks that we had and the uses of each of these parks, how they're being used by the user groups, whether it's through the park reservation system or perhaps through a facility use agreement, finalize the master plan based on community feedback, and prepare the master plan for City Council review and adoption. I have no other comments at this time, but I am open for questions.
So, of course, it is that Parks Make Life Better month, and so I'm for that. When I was a Community and Senior Service Commissioner before Council, I was actually part of the design for the Cameron Park Playground, and that was our first ADA playground. I know I did receive like an email on one of the playgrounds that needs updating. That being said, when will this master plan come to us? Because we'd like to move this along and make it, get these going and start on the project as soon as possible.
Absolutely. In some of these areas, we've actually identified that we can start right away with some of the improvements to the parks as we finalize the plan. But one of the things I do want to touch on, you had brought up Cameron Park and you were part of the original design team. We have, or at least I have been meeting with a group that the name of the group is called Boundless. And it's actually a group of parents with children who have, whether it's a group of children who need playground equipment that can be more accessible to their individualized needs. So I've been touring each of the parks with them. I actually have another tour scheduled with them tomorrow, and we're gaining feedback. And what we're learning from this is, yes, we have park playgrounds. We have playgrounds that have been installed. Some have been modernized. Some are a little bit older. But some of the things that we may have put into consideration for ADA accessibility and for play needs may not be where it needs to be currently. And so walking through the playgrounds and walking through the different apparatuses and making notes from the consumer perspective, as opposed to selecting items from a catalog or hearing a presentation by a contractor, really gave us a lot of insight. So we're incorporating a lot of that knowledge base into this Parks and Recreation Master Plan. Again, we really want to make this something that is user-friendly, but also something that provides us with guidance for future park projects. Some of the immediate ones that we've identified, the dog park. I know the dog park has been something that has been circulated amongst the council as well as members of our community. That has ranked high on the list of priorities, and that is something that we can come back to council with the draft RFP to gain council insight and approval on that. Again, that's the draft RFP, not the final. The other area that we can take a look at too that's been it is in need to address immediately is our splash pad. We have aging infrastructure there, same thing. We do have options for moving forward in a fiscally responsible manner. And so those are just two of the things off the top of my head that I can say that we can start moving forward on as we're closing the gap between now and finalization.
Okay, that's perfect. I know we attend and support the annual Parents Place that has it at Cortez Park with all the disabled children, and that'd be great for feedback from them as well, if you can put that and involve that. Councilman Wu.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, I think we've been waiting this for, I think, should be done long time, 2 years, and this should be done last year, but it's okay. Okay, but at least now it's come to a conclusion. It won't have a perfect plan, but at least we have a plan. We have so many things we really need to start work on it. Okay, right? Okay, for example, dog park. We talk about dog park for a long time. The dog park really to be fixed. Okay, and to be, improved. And we talk about, Francis Park. Okay, we're talking about, the lighting on the children playground, and that is potential hazardous if you don't have a light over there they play in the dark, and the potentially liability to the city. And we're talking about Shadow Park, the lower level, and everybody complaining about why it's no paving, and then they need to be paid. And then we talk about Cameron Park. The Cameron Park that we've been talking about, that should have some improvement, and we're talking for a long time. And we're talking about Cortez Park. The bathroom and have been complained a lot, and they need to hopefully remodel and kind of fix it on the ground, because the ground hole or something they've been eating up and down. So I saw the football field is fixing right now, but again the master plan is how we utilize and we get the funding and starting and fixing all these 16 park. And I know the city fixed the sportplex. And I saw the picture. It looked gorgeous. It looks so pretty. It looked professional. I think it will be a pride of ownership of the city. And if people come to West Covina, they remember West Covina sport plan. So I hope, we can utilize, this plan, and let's please, so we can have action, because we continue to talk, but we never have action, and the people are waiting for some of the park. And for example, we have Del Norte development, and we have the $900,000 and plus extra land, and we can use that money to fix, the Del Norte Park. Make sure some of the sport bar, they can be fixed, this and that. So again, this is a lot of, and investment and the plan. And I think we should just act on it, and hopefully can bring back ASAP. We approve it, and then you need to modify, bring back to us, then we approve with the RP, this and that. But at least we can start doing some of the improvement. Okay, thank you so much.
Mayor Pro Tem Cantos.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayor. And Ms. Lerma, congratulations. This is just incredible. This was all the direct result of all of the engagement that we've had. And so I wanted to ask, in the way that there's been community engagement that's led to this, what are the possibilities of, if we were to just have one more to give the community a chance to look at this draft and then to find, just one more, just to have them look at it and have comment, and then that way we can make final tweaks to it. Just like the way you talked about Boundless, how you walked around and that made some refinements better. I mean, because this is like a once in a generation opportunity. What is the feasibility of just having one more, not drawn out? Because I'm not saying we should let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I agree we need to move on this, but can we have just one more session for people to have access to the draft materials, and then we'd have one meeting where we would get feedback, and then you'd make refinements, and then you could bring it back to us? What would be the timeline if we were to do something like that?
If we were to do something like that, we would bring the final draft back in September, is what we would be looking at.
Oh, good. Okay. So in light of that, it's not much longer. I'd like to move that we just have one more community workshop to give people, the community, an opportunity to put a cherry on top of this and say, this has been the result of all of the engagement. Then with any final tweaks and refinements, have the community give input on it, but then bring it back to us in September, reflecting the final recommendations of the community. I'd like to make that motion, to do that.
I have a question.
Okay, before Councilman Wu, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick question. How many community outreach we did it for the?
We did 3
already.
We did 3 workshops.
So we already have 3 community outreach.
We've done 3 community outreach workshops.
What's the requirement? How many outreach we need to do?
I think you've done outreach. I think between the surveys and the multimodal report, the multimodal surveys, the website. But if I'm understanding what Mayor Pro Tem is requesting is giving the results back to the community so that they have another opportunity to weigh in on it.
Final opportunity.
I think that's where he's coming from.
Yes. In other words, it's just a small delay of a few weeks. Give them one final opportunity, like this is your last chance. And I'm not saying, again, to just draw this out forever. I'm with you all on this. But the community, the reason why this is so good is because the community was really active. We had little kids coming in. We had adults. We had seniors. We had everybody. That was all talked about. The one last piece is if they could see this report and say, oh, gosh, this is all great. We just need to have these small refinements. Then that way, if it's possible to bring, you just said it's possible to bring it back in September, it's just a few more weeks away, but yet we would add that last community component. It's not a matter of how many we've had and are we meeting the requirement. It's a matter of continuing to engage with the community along the way, every step. We've done it great this far. Let's just cap it off with one more to have the community not only just read the report, but make any suggestions at one meeting, not 4, not 3, just one meeting. And then after that, reflect those changes in the final that you bring back to us in September. That's all I'm asking.
Councilman Gutierrez, and then I'll.
Yes. So if we're saying that you want to do like another community outreach event separately from the top priority projects that have been pending, what happened there? I ran out of memory. But if you're referring to this as a separate from other high priority projects like laying out cement on the bottom level of Shadow Oak Park, or addressing the dog park, or the water park, or Cortez Park, or Cameron Park's new grass field that has no barrier there that allows the ball to go directly into the street.
LD.
If we're gonna separate those two, then I think that's a great idea. But if I don't think it's a good idea to pause.
No.
Yeah.
Not pause, just to let the community see, not just see this report, but comment on it and then make some whatever suggestions and then have that reflected in what comes back to us in September. That's literally it. It's one more engagement meeting for the community, not only to just read the report, because it's the result of engagement, I got that, but just to say, okay, now that we see the draft report, this one last opportunity, just give everybody a chance. I mean, it's just one more way to engage with the community so that way it's reflective. And it's not, if this were to take another 6-9 months, forget it. Let's just go. But it's just till September, and it'll be early enough for us to take action on it. But it's really important. for us to engage with the community, not just by doing what's minimally required, but just the philosophy of this council just should be just to keep engaging with the community throughout, because that's what builds trust, and it really shows that we're not just trying to run things through, and not also delay things unnecessarily, but we want to make sure that we have feedback to the very end, and we're just about there. That's why I'm only just asking for one last meeting for the community to go through this and say, okay, well, we love this, we just have some suggestions, and it gets incorporated into the final September report, then it comes back to us and we're done.
So just to confirm, so I think Roxanne has a list of high priority locations like Palm View, Cortez, Del Norte, Cameron. Are you saying that you want that pause until the community inputs, or can we separate that?
Well, I mean, with the things that can be done, go ahead and take the low-hanging fruit that we can do. Let's go. But I'm just saying that, but like, let's say there's maintenance issues. We don't need a community meeting to say, oh, should we fix that concrete? Of course we should. I mean, that's stuff like that. We should fix the things that need to be fixed. But when it comes to the new refinements and everything, that's the part that I'm.
Yeah. And community engagement doesn't necessarily have to be by the city. I mean, I know like city staff, they can still come to us and you know, they reached out. And this is just a draft that's coming in. If anything, you could release this draft ahead of time. To give the community an opportunity, because if you have these workshops, a lot of the ones who participate, they're very busy, working moms, working families, sports activities. I'd like them to get the opportunity to get this ahead of time, so that they can get, because this is going to come to us in a draft form. It's not finalized. And within that, with all the feedback that we get, is when we can make additional changes and everything. I mean, that's just my thoughts, but Councilman Wu.
Yeah, okay. The thing is, I think.
Sorry. Oh, no, sorry. I promise after Councilman Gutierrez, it was Councilwoman Diaz. So Councilwoman Diaz.
You see that in Siberia, that's why.
I didn't see. And I said yours. Okay, sorry, you're last. Sorry.
Well, I have been asking about this for quite some time now, and we finally have something here. So what I'm going to ask is, I thought there was a process. We had a company that came in.
Correct.
And they gave these presentations, and we played all these games, and the community really got involved in what they want to see in their parks, what they want to see in their parks. So from that, my understanding was that they were going to come back.
They are.
With the plan.
Correct.
And that was supposed to be back in November last year.
Correct. The contract term wasn't until the beginning of this year.
I'm sorry.
So originally it was estimated November. That is accurate. The contract term was this year. So it wasn't 2025. The contract term was this year. So there were additional items that needed to be put together. There were some budget considerations that also needed to be put together. So while yes, initially it was November, that timeline ended up getting extended for other reasons.
Okay. So with that said, I thought that we would get a presentation from the company of
absolutely
what they were going to do for us. And then at that point is when we were going to go ahead and either move forward with it. I guess we need to have a quote as to what it's going to cost us. I'm not quite sure.
What would happen? So let's say we take the feedback from tonight. So let's say we're scheduling this for the next meeting. So that would be the August. It's the second Tuesday, or excuse me, the third Tuesday in August. So we would schedule it for that meeting. We'd invite them to come back, give the presentation. From there, you would have the option to either approve the recommendations in the Park Master Plan, or you could not approve the recommendations in the Park Master Plan. That would be up to the discretion of the council. What we can do, and I'm not trying to steal anyone's thunder, but I'm thinking about what the mayor had suggested. We can release a draft earlier and attach a survey to it between now and then and gain feedback that way. It seems that that's kind of more in line of what the mayor perhaps would like. I think having the opportunity for people to provide that feedback. Mayor Pro Tem, I think that kind of captures what you're requesting, and that way it stays in line with the next meeting, with the next possible opportunity to bring it back. It's kind of the halfway point in between.
Go ahead, Councilman. I mean, sorry.
Thank you. It's just, I mean, surveys are fine for adults, but for kids who play there, they're not going to fill out a survey. That's why if we have one meeting, there could be something that shares with everybody what this is all going to be, so the kids don't have to read. I mean, that's just not a way to capture kid feedback.
So can we have this meeting before the?
Yeah, can we have the meeting before the next meeting? Is that?
Let me see what we can do scheduling wise. I don't want to give a date today, but let me see what we can do scheduling wise.
If you could do that, that would be. I mean, I realize but because we really do have that sense of urgency, but I also want that community engagement.
Yeah, and that would be a Yeah, let me look into it. That way, it satisfies moving it along and getting this approved. So I understand that, and then you would have the opportunity to.
I know, he's been asking. Continue, and then I could.
Okay, you would have the opportunity to hear from the consultants.
Okay.
It's just, but before you continue, sorry.
No, it's my turn.
I just wanted to.
Not to talk.
I just wanted to. The issue that I have is that this has been long waited for. So I have a resident, it's not even in my district, regarding another park that she takes her children there, and it's been having an issue, and I know Public Works and said, there's a park master plan, and they're saying when is this going to be out here? And so, to delay, it's just, I mean, I understand, but I want to see this. I want to see it come to fruition. I want to see what we have. And then, because that's not like the final, there could be changes that we're going to do as we have. But that was my thing of wanting to bring this forth, because the residents with children have been saying that this is taking way too long.
And to your point about flexibility, we would come back if there were things that were not in line with the Parks Master Plan. We would come back to council and say, this was reprioritized, or there was an emergency that something needed to be addressed, or for some reason something, we received a bunch of requests for a particular item, then we definitely could look at that. And the other part of that too, maybe we reprioritize, perhaps there could be budgetary considerations as well. I mean, so those are all 100% possibilities, but we would bring it back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now,
Not yet? Okay.
Okay. Now, Councilman Wu, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I'm just trying to follow what you say. But if we skip the first meeting, so we still have plenty of time. So maybe you can squeeze in just to satisfy our Mayor Pro Tem. Just go forward.
We could do that,
please. And then the third Tuesday, the second meeting, that we bring that to us, so we really can see. We longing for 2 years, 3 years. We really want to see it.
Yeah,
and we
I've been on that journey with you. Trust me. This is
we
the
want
website.
to approve it, so people can see, the door park, see, the shadow oak, the paving, weeping lesson, Cameron, and the bathroom, and a lot of things. We need to hurry up. It's really no waiting. But I think we still have plenty of time, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Maybe we can squeeze in one of a community outreach for them to say this is what we want to do. So in that way, I hope they bring children if they want to have some input. But I think a lot of things, safety is one. Hopefully,
I think that's a high priority,
right away.
yes.
Like lighting, this and that, because it's coming dark pretty soon. Right now it's already end of July, August, September, election's over, then it's so dark. So what we can do is we should hurry up, review the plan, and hopefully everything's okay. Again, it's just a raw plan, but we can still modify later on in each of part, and people will still come into us. So this is my suggestion, and if they're okay with Ollie,
we have one engagement, then I'm fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. In between, we have plenty of time. Yes. And then I think we squeeze one.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, it's done. I think they all agree upon, right?
For clarification, I have a motion. I'm going to need a second and take vote for that.
He seconded.
No. I want to make sure we still bring
the plan or the
Not
next
September, in August.
Right. My motion is to have one more community meeting.
Yes.
And that's
correct, but
the motion.
still, but no, the most important, the priority is we are going to see, okay, the plan next week, next meeting.
Not next week, no.
So
Next meeting.
that could be an
Next meeting.
amendment by Mayor Pro
August
Tem
18th.
Contos.
Are you
or that could
okay?
be a
Are you-
substitute.
Yes, if it's
Okay.
by August 18th, they still throw it in
Yes.
between. Yep.
Yes.
Fine with that.
So
Okay,
Councilman
great.
Wu amended
August.
to have that on August. And the park is Greenridge Park, just
Greenridge?
so that's one that,
Yeah, that one need help.
that
That one need
definitely needs help.
Yeah, yes, and that I believe that resident did speak with our public works superintendent today, and he did brief me on that as well. And a lot of what they're saying aligns with what is
You can take care of it
already
before.
in the park
Beautiful.
master plan. Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, so substitute motion.
So I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Contos to have one more community meeting and still bring the draft plan back to council by August 18th.
Yes, friendly amendment accepted.
And I have a second by Councilman Wu. Councilman, are we ready to vote?
Roll call.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yeah, and then I was going to say also, sorry, I remember. Also, when you bring the report back, maybe you could also tell us what items that our own public works are able to accomplish. Like, for example, I know they're pros at cement, so maybe they could do Shadow Park or different projects that our own public works could get done faster than later. So, but yes.
I think cement is too expensive. I think we should just the asphalt. Okay, asphalt should be enough. Okay, that should be good enough for the parking lot. Much cheaper.
Yeah.
I have a yes by Councilmember
Yes.
Gutierrez. Councilman Wu?
Aye.
Councilwoman Diaz?
Aye.
Yes. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Contos?
Aye, and thank you, colleagues.
Mayor Lopez Viado?
Aye, motion passes. All right, on to, I like that, work as a team. City Council reports, any AB 123 conference and meeting report? None. City Council request? None? Okay. City Council comments?
I see you tomorrow night dancing over here, summer concert at Neon, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow 9, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Okay, and the Neon night? Yes,
Neon Nation.
Neon somewhat?
Nation.
Neon Nation. Meaning they are going to have a lot of neon. Okay, so it should
A
be.
nation of neon.
Okay,
Any
I see you
other-
tomorrow.
Mayor Pro Tem Contos?
Madam Mayor, thank you so much. I just wanted to say a special thank you to all the kids that really threw water at me at Palmview Park. It was so much fun. It's become a tradition. Get the councilman or get the mayor pro tem or whatever. This is one of those times that, they were at me. Somebody even, it was just really wild. But just a fun thank you to the community that, with all the business we do, we also get to play. We literally get to play, and that's really a lot of fun. So thanks to the community. It was really keep coming to our events, and it's just really exciting. So just say that's what West Covina is about, when we all just get to be together and in a spirit of positivity and when moving ahead. So thank you so much, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes, I also want to say I know Roxanne and Susie. I know our community services department. They also hosted the Del Norte water event as well. I know all those kids were very, very happy. And I also want to thank our police officers and our firefighters who were able to come out and give them stickers. To all the kids who are watching at home and who get to meet a police officer or a firefighter, keep dreaming, as you could become anything you wish to be. So, thank you.
Any other council comments?
One last thing. I'm sorry, I forgot one thing.
Mayor Pro Tem
Just congratulations to the Kiwanis Club of West Covina, along with a whole host of volunteers from different places who brought a lot of school supplies in for kids, in support of kids who are unhoused and in foster care. It was such a strong event at the Walmart in Baldwin Park with all the supplies. The bus was full. And a matter of fact, Councilman member Gutierrez and I, we bought more stuff, and they had to turn us back because there was we had enough of the crayons we bought, but just like, darn it. But it's just really, congratulations to that community effort that was led by Kiwanis Club of West Covina and Church of Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints, and other folks. Just, again, yet another great example of community. Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Other council comments?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a comment.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. Just to remind everybody that there is no council meeting on the first Tuesday of the month in August, but we do have the National Night Out, the Touch a Truck event here at our council. So even if you thought it's a council meeting, the council, well, I mean, I will and most of the city staff will be here at the Touch a Truck event. So we hope to see you then. But just a reminder again, no council meeting, but come join us here at the event here. Other than that, meeting adjourned. Thank you.